Good evening, Randomizer fans, and welcome to this wonderful Summer Co-op 2021. We got a matchup against the Crescent Lake Party Planners and the Pr.Ogres, or Pr.Ogres, if you want to be all Twitch memey. Joining me in the booth is Admiral Tryhard. How are you doing tonight?
I'm good. I'm just getting over some cold I had, and getting ready to watch some co-op tournament. This will be fun.
This is going to be real interesting. We have Zenobian and Professor Renderer making up the Pr.Ogres, and Spellzap and Danny making up the Crescent Lake Party Planners. And I totally missed their the full party comp. We do know that they have a Forced Thief, which gets an extra 20 MDef, which is awesome. Especially because we're going to be running that thief through the game, and hopefully we don't find the key early because we won't need it.
Yeah, going into further detail, thieves are really good in this flag set. They have extremely high starting agility, so you have to be super unlucky to get hit by anything. And they can run away, and once thieves hit level 15, they'll be able to act as if we have the Mystic Key. So Thief Lockpicking, one of our beta flags, and one of my favorite flags.
And they're off. In the shop, we got
Dragon +3 sword in Corneria. Good armor for knights. For magic, we've got protection, cure, or no, that's not protection. Cure. Uh-oh. Well.
Don't pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Yeah. Anyway, we've got Lit 3 Cake in Lock 2 and Zap and Black Magic. We've got good start for Black Magic, good sweepers, and we've got good healing magic for White Magic, so what more can you ask for? Anyway.
Let's see. And we got, wow, house, $2,000 houses. No, thank you, please.
I do apologize
Just like
that
real life.
YouTube spontaneously spazzed on me there for a second, so I had to recover Xeno's stream. We should be back up and running properly now.
All right,
cool. That was Dark Moon, who's handling our restream, so we'll be we'll get that sorted here shortly. So it looks like Danny is doing some early grinds, and Spellzap is making.
Oh, we've got a Lightning 3 staff to start. We start with one random spellcasting item, and Lightning 3 is one of my favorites because hardly anything resists it.
It's truly amazing.
Early floater by Zenobian.
Wow.
We just need a canoe, and these runners have access to almost everything.
That early floater is going to be great if the second that they find a canoe, they'll be up in the air in no time.
Yep.
Spellzap picking up a Flame 2 shield in the top of Marsh.
Another note, that canoe was found in Marsh Cave. Marsh Cave has no incentive, so that means that was the loose floater. That's one of 3 loose items.
And so that's really good to know. The fact that there's 3 loose means that there's going to have to be doing a lot of box touching in order to find everything.
Yep.
And apparently Scum has Squint, and down goes Zenobian.
That isn't the end of the world, because one of the features of Final Fantasy Co-op, as you see right in the top of Zenobian's screen, Zenobia obtained item floater despite losing the floater. So how this works is pretty much once your partner gets the float, any key item, or even the slab translation, or orbs lit, you both have it.
That's a crystal from the king. That's well,
we
know where Matoya's cave is. I believe that's up in Temple of Fiends.
Yep, it's Matoya didn't bother to walk over.
And Provoke is Ordeals, so Danny is attempting. It looks like Danny's attempting to navigate through ordeals.
Ooh, that I don't agree with this play at level 4. However, she does have good sweeper magic, so if she can survive, it'll be great. But unrunnable zombies have other plans.
So Professor Renderer went to Melbourne.
Oh no, Death Toxic.
Oh, no.
And they hit the thief despite his super big evasion. Unlucky.
Professor Renderer finds Carrie's floor in Melbourne.
I don't know if Carrie's susceptible to any sort of instant death spells, but Carrie is susceptible to things like confusion and sleep. So, if the runners can find ways to buy themselves time to deal damage using stuff like confusion, that would be a quite easy Carrie kill.
Latoya had a rod, so the Progress are gonna have a...
Danny found herself a great endgame grind tile. Rock golems are really nice to see.
Really bad for the level she's at right now.
Yeah, indeed. So the reason why I say an endgame grind specifically is every orb that the teams light, that'll give them an extra 100% experience points in gold.
Which means by just lighting two orbs, they're getting like 3 times the experience already, which is huge. And we don't have the typical moved Titan on, so Spellzap has found the back door into the Titan's Trove. Finds a nice 2 gauntlet, and that's it. There's some money. It's okay. Danny
great combat items.
Crystal. And now we got Zenobian attempting to brave ordeals as well.
All right. So our runners they share the orbs lighting with each other, but the goal for our runners is both of them have to finish. So you're going to see, both of these runners trying their best, trying to level up, try to make sure they're able to kill chaos. So you'll likely start seeing them grind near the end of the game.
Another interesting note is everyone started with a forced none in their 4th slot. This is because the fiends are guarding one upgraded Warrior of Light that's random. So if they find a specific warrior they want, like say Red Wizard, they're gonna have to each go and defeat that fiend in order to recruit that wizard to their party, or replace one of their existing party members.
I don't know about you, but unless fast is promotion locked for me, I don't like to take mages.
I love mages because they are often the key to maneuvering through the game.
I agree. However, there's a bit of an issue. If you replace one of your mages, you lose all of their spells.
Yeah, you do have to go rebuy all the spells again, which in some instances could be a good thing, because early on you don't have a lot of options. Most of the towns are buried deep someplace. Speaking of buried deep someplace, Marsh Cave happens to hold Temple of Fiends, so Spells Up is gonna whack the Garland. And
Spells Up making use of that Ice 2 gauntlet.
Ice 2, Live 3 does the job. Alright, Princess Sarah is saved, and Zenobian on the Progress side finds a ruby in ordeals. That's
It'll be interesting to see what the other entrance of Titans would lead to, because it could be anywhere in the overworld.
I found that it usually leads to the volcano.
It usually leads to Ice Cave for me.
Those are two of the general safe places that it can go.
Like, I want to see a ruby lead to somewhere that you can't actually access yet, and that new place has your transportation. That would be so cool.
And Danny finds another lit 3 stick. That's two free lit 3s. That was up in Ice Cave. And it looks like we got sabers and tigers that are having a dance party.
Elfland is Tiamat.
Oh boy.
So the runners have found a fiend. Can they kill him? No.
Oh,
Or
we
they also
found two
Carrie.
things. Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
Can they kill him? No.
No.
I mean, if I had Brack,
Maybe.
I just did a
Sword, maybe give a chance.
I just did a practice seed. I first turned Brack both Tiamat and Kraken.
Ooh. And looks like we found a lock shirt on Professor Renderer's side.
Yeah, killing Tiamat at level 1 feels good, man.
Oh, absolutely. All right. So we already found one loose, and there's the second loose, or the second incentive. Who knows? But
the way the runners are doing this logic is they pretty much, they just see if there's an incentive in this location, then they just assume that they found the incentive. Once they find a second one, bam, that's loose.
Absolutely. So the CLPP have found out that they have 2 loose done, which means they don't have to look much harder for that third item. And there it is, right next door. It's the key. All 3 loose for the CLPPs done. 2 of them in Crescent.
Wow, that is insane. And now if they just keep track of incentive items, they can pretty much go mode a lot of these dungeons.
Absolutely. They also picked up the TNT as well, so once they find oh look, the bridge. Yeah.
Totally useful.
But the bridge gives you a jingle, not incentivized, it doesn't count for a whole lot.
Doesn't even give you the boost because it's only the fiends that give you the boost now.
Mm-hmm. So Skullzap and Danny are well on their way to taking the lead. That TNT from Princess Sarah, they just got to figure out where the dwarves are now, and then they have access to that whole dwarven armory and whatever Eric chops off.
Yep. So now we are literally just looking for loot and 2 fiends, and they'll be in go mode. Fiends could be, they could be hidden, locked behind the chime, or
could also be down behind the Oxyale as well.
Yep. Other than that, the runners have found, apart from transportation, every item that they need.
One item that both teams are still really hoping to run into real soon is the canoe. We know it's not going to be loose, so we know that someone's probably going to hand us a canoe. Whether it be Sarda, the Old Man in Crescent Lake, or a fairy in a bottle. Because there's a chance that Gaia is not locked behind its mountain range.
And speaking of the mountain range, there is a mountain pass with these flags. The runners are able to, once they have a canoe, they can sail to Gaia and Lefane because they can dock on that river dock.
With this flag set, a canoe is all you need to really access like 98% of the world. There's only a couple Cardia islands that you can't hit.
Yeah, a couple Cardia islands, and then Titan's West and Sarda, and that's it. Yeah.
And speaking of Cardia Isles, Professor Renderer checking out what Bahamut's tunnel is. And Double Top seems to be on rack.
Yep. So now that they know where this is, once they find the Oxyal, that's another location they can access.
The best part about finding this is we have access to more spells, and that's the hardest.
Level 7 Brack, Cure 4, and Heal 3. This is going to be very rough for the runners if they can't promote.
Not only that, but they're in order to get access to those spells, just to have spell charges, they're going to have to level up quite a bit.
Yeah. And that's where we're trying to find fiends like Lich come in. Like, you gotta hope for those easy fiends to give you that EXP boost, because grinding is so inefficient the fewer fiends you have.
Another interesting note on the topic of grinding is we got nuns and dans all get XP. So if your character drops, guess what? It still gets XP. If you don't have a character there, still getting XP. So your XP gain is already nerfed. So it's really, really vital that you find and take out the fiends as soon as you're possibly able to.
However, once you take out those fiends, your EXP, even split among 4 party members, is extremely fast. So black belts that are by further extension masters are still extremely viable. In fact, black belts could be some of these teams' win conditions if they can't find things like fast and temper.
All right, so it looks like we got Mirage 2 sitting up at Ordeals, and Zenobia not going to touch the boxes, but instead found Dwarf Cave.
Finding Dwarf Cave always feels so good because you always have at least one turn in.
And it turns into an herb. That's going to be, we know where Elfin Castle is, so that's great. But that's a long walk.
They don't have a key yet either, so they can't raid the dwarven chests.
And they're not level 10 either, so they can't break in.
It's level 15, but yeah, no, definitely
15?
not.
I was certain it was 10.
10 is the default on the website, but they slid it up just to 15 for this tournament. Ooh, an Opal +4 bracelet in the greater than less than room.
That is ideal.
That is the best like light armor you could find in this game.
Especially finding it this early, that's gonna provide the thief, or at least one of the mages, a lot more living power.
I like having it on the thief because the thief is always leading, taking the most hits, and it gives me a failsafe if he doesn't dodge.
It looks like Danny just picked up one as well.
Yep, same location.
All right, and we turn in the herb, and we get an adamant. Well, let's hope Zenobian didn't wander too far away from the dwarves, because they're gonna have to turn around and go back in.
Zenobian might just wipe instead.
Yeah, that's no good. And back we go. But we know where the dwarves are. You know, we know what chest to open. And it's not a horrible thing. You just have to attempt to get through this floor.
Yeah, just don't get hit. You know, the best
Exactly.
for that.
Just don't get hit.
Channel your inner thief and don't get hit.
Yeah, the best way to live is just don't die.
And adamant will seem to be that's a loot. That's one of the necessary items.
Hey, that is a really good turn in. No doubt. And see, Danny just picked up the herb, but they also have the key. Spells out finding a flame armor +4 in the Elfin Castle.
That'll be really good for the ninja.
And a sun -3 sword. That's
We've got dragon +3, so you know we'll kill Bahamut at least.
it's not great, but it's an item.
Yeah, I was about to say if this fetch quest chain would be mighty annoying, but both but both runners had gotten just a little bit lucky with both runners being around the right place at the right time.
And look, Danny is standing right next to the dwarf, the smith, as Spellzap finds the item, and there's a piano. Now they gotta lug that across this entire world just to break a plate.
So did they just like drop the piano on the plate, just like break it?
Yeah. I'm almost certain that's exactly how they do it. They're just all right, good. We're finally done with this. Clank. A beautiful sound rings through the air. Yeah, after carrying that thing for an hour and a half throughout this world, I would be very happy at whatever sound it made once I crushed it against the plate. Ooh, and it looks like Danny's about to encounter the same fun pack that took out Zenobian a little bit ago.
Yeah, so let's talk a little bit more about these runners. So Danny and Spellzap making up the Crescent Lake party planners. They were the overall fastest finishers in the entire play-in races. And apart from the Team 3 and 256, they're the highest seed.
They've done this a few times in the past as well. So they're no strangers to this co-op tournament.
Yeah, I'll bet both these players have been in the community for a long time, and well, that's the team that I'm going to be looking out for. In the play-in race last night, or not last night, on Saturday, I lost to them by 5 seconds. Feels bad, man.
Oh, right, and it looks like Zenobian is now doing the ice play, so they're going to be finding the rest of their loose items in here.
Yeah, they're going to dive in Ice Cave and have a pretty Pr.Ogres moment when they find all these loose items.
As long as they don't make the mistake of, oh hey, I found the item, time to leave.
Yeah, my partner's done that. But anyway, Team Pr.Ogres, I don't want to forget about them. You know, Zenobian, really fun at crafting flags with the mystery flag tournament a few weeks ago. Followed by with his partner Professor Render, or I believe Professor Render is one of the new ducks in our community. Yeah, that's
absolutely. Zenobian picking up his second Lit 3 stick. So it is very safe to say that Zenobian's run is going to be very lit. But you can only say it twice, because he only has 2 sticks.
But he has a caster.
Alright, so it might be lit 3 times. And Spellzap gonna check TFC. So we have a key. Provided you can get through these ghosts. Ghosts have been probably the most brutal enemy I've ever encountered in these flag sets.
And too.
Another fun Sun -3 sword.
Yeah, enemies in this flag set can be absolutely brutal, or bosses as well. They can scale up to 300% of their HP and up to 250% of their base stats. And enemies have slightly less scaling on both HP and their stats, but still can reach up to 230%.
Some of the final bosses really can be brutal. Speaking of final bosses, not to spoil anything, but it's Wackagon. We don't have just Chaos to deal with. We got 8 Garlands and a Chaos.
Yep.
So let's hope that they don't do anything really annoying, like slow everybody, or trance. Man, if it becomes a dance party at the end of the game, I'd probably forfeit instantly. Just, you know what? Nope, done. You guys win. I'm out.
How Zenobian, I see his party is more than equipped to take care of a bunch of garlands with a bunch of sweeper spells and those lit 3 sticks.
Not only that, but I'm pretty sure he has access to Fade in that red mage.
Wait a minute, was the... Oh wait, they have the cube. I thought the cube was in ice and they skipped it for a second. Yep. Both of our runners have found all 3... Or both of our teams, not runners, have found all 3 of the loose items.
Now, that means that they don't have to do all this box touching. They're still going to be looking for something that's actually a weapon, or something that they might be able to use as armor.
Dragon +3 is weapon enough.
It's okay. Zenobian,
He slipped on ice.
he definitely slipped. He must have slipped.
Happens to all of us.
Oh, and then resets out. Ah, that feels bad. You just have poison. Don't know
Remember,
what
the
they do.
team has gotten all of those items from the ice cave, so it's not a huge loss. It's probably much faster
Well,
for him
you
to just
pulled
reset out instead of going through that
the
whole
loose
ice loop
items,
again.
so he does not need to go back.
Yep.
Not at all. We got the loose items. We're good. Let's get out and go find someplace else.
Danny383 has found something incredible. Agamatile.
Ooh.
So that's a mid game grind as well as a late game grind.
That's the Sharknado floor, right?
Yep.
As far as a question from chat, if there's any warp or exit, yeah, we don't know yet. It's out there, but we'll be a bit before we get to see. So it looks like Sharknado is Crescent Lake.
Crescent Lake is
Or no, the useless floor, which leads to TFC.
Yeah. So, breaking news, the Sea Shrine is actually connected on both Kraken and Mermaid's side.
Well. Wow, an Opal +4 armor from Danny's side, and another Dragon +3.
Honestly, that's good. Those are really good swords for the Thief and Red Mage.
The Dragon +3 is definitely going to be helpful, considering that's the best weapon we found yet.
It's definitely the best weapon we've found because that +3 really enhances the crit rate for a medium to low crit rate weapon. It's like pretty much double the crits at this point.
And it looks like Spellzap has found the Holy Grail, or the unholy speed bump, I should say.
I believe Zenobian's looking for that Earth incentive. Hopefully Zenobian realizes once he finds the Earth incentive that, there's nothing left. Because all of these boxes are really annoying. I remember playing this on the Game Boy Advance, and it's just like, oh, I want to loot all the chests, but they're so out of the way. I don't want to walk that far, even in-game.
So, there used to be a vampire on the screen. I blinked, and it's gone. And we're going to pull out that crowbar by the toilet.
Danny has found saber gloves and a ruse stick.
That's not horrible.
That'll cut down their endgame grind because I am going to assume that Spellzap is going to pick up those items or has already.
Nothing else horribly exciting in the mermaid chests. Oh, but we found the canoe.
Yeah,
That's it.
As you say it.
That is that's what they've been waiting
Ooh,
for.
another Opal plus 4 found in the TFC room.
That might be the same one.
Yeah, Professor Render has been resetting out, I believe. And then
Spellseth finds yet another Opal plus 4. So there's like 3 in the game.
I mean, should have brought a fighter.
Well, we'll probably find a fighter. There's a good chance that there's a knight hiding behind one of the.
There's a 2/3 chance we'll find a knight somewhere. Because there's 4 fiends, 6 classes. All 4 classes are different from each other.
All right, with that canoe in hand, Spellzap is hot on the way to go get a floater.
Now, the really nice thing about the fact that there's always, 4 unique warriors of light behind the fiends is that no matter what, you're guaranteed 1 melee carry at the end of the game.
Absolutely.
Worst case scenario, it would be a ninja with bad spells. And a bad katana, because you know how katanas roll.
Typically negative. But, I mean, we haven't seen one yet, so there's a chance. And Spellzap has found Gaia. I think this is Vanilla Gaia? I didn't see where they went in.
It doesn't seem like Vanilla Gaia because its colors are different.
This might be Volcano?
That's a good assumption. The way floor entrance shuffle works is that a lot of locations will have the color palette of the place you entered from. So, we're assuming it's Volcano because, you see a lot of red and orange.
Invis 2 for level 8.
We've got a ruse stick.
Yeah, we don't need it, but I don't know if Spellzap has picked up a ruse stick yet.
He will.
If he ever goes down to the Mermaid Floor, absolutely.
Yeah, it'll be pretty much a guarantee that
Gaia was Gaia.
What?
Gaia, yeah. I mean, that's the first place I go. When I pick up my airship, I just hold down and stop at Gaia.
I go to Sarda.
Sarda's a really good pick.
I go to Sarda and then I head over to Cardia after. Oh, that's Lich and Lefane. We're gonna have a fiend kill.
And that's gonna be huge. That'll speed things up, and it's a backwards Lich for it.
So once
Why was Gaia orange?
It might be fall colors, Gaia. Yeah.
Gaia in the fall. Okay, sure, we'll go with that.
Our fall league is coming up soon, right after this co-op tournament. Got to promote it, right?
Absolutely, yeah. What better time?
Yeah, it seemed like Lich is holding a red wizard. So if Spellzap wants, he can go, full spellcaster party and run Thief Rainbow.
Picking up any third or fourth party member is huge.
Yeah.
As Danny is experiencing the amazingness that is backwards waterfall.
I've seen backwards waterfall so many times in a row now that I know it better than vanilla waterfall now. In all my practice runs with my partner for this co-op tournament, I have never once run into backwards waterfall. I think I've encountered waterfall once, and it was vanilla. He's hit the backwards waterfall every other time, and it always throws him off. All right.
About to see. Oh, mud goals have poison damage. But Danny manages to get away. Earth Orb is lit for the Crescent Lake Party planners. Now,
Ooh, Excal -2.
Hey, it's maybe a weapon.
Maybe
tonight, but
I would run the Dragon +3 over that because it kills Tiamat better.
it kills all the fiends better, especially because we have the increased
The double
weapon damage.
Right.
Not only that, but the elemental weakness or damage.
That doesn't make a
weapons can do.
difference between Excalibur and a dragon sword because
True.
Yeah.
But the XCal -2 does have better stats overall than the Dragon +3. So that Dragon +3 is gonna
No,
hurt, but the extra damage.
no, the crit rate on the Dragon +3 is way better. And for the tougher fiends, I'll take that crit rate over the attack any day, especially with saber gloves.
When it comes down to crit, I honestly would prefer more hits, more chance for crits. But if I don't, I honestly, raw damage sometimes is the best way to go because one thing I hate doing is relying on crits for something to work, which is why I say you don't need the Vorpal, just throw it on the ground because when the
How
Vorpal
dare
doesn't
you
crit, it doesn't hit.
How dare you disrespect the Vorpal?
The only time I think I will ever use a Vorpal is if it's a +5. But if I roll a Masa +5 or a Katana +5,
Okay,
I'm using those.
Well, yeah, Katana is a straight upgrade over Vorpal in every stat, but I am a big proponent of the crits, especially in this sort of flag set when the fiends can have ridiculously high absorb.
That is a good point. The absorb stat on some of these fiends can be insane.
Like, I've had a 42 black belt punch from less than 100 damage on Tia 2.
But I've also watched the Vorpal +5 hit 5 times and do 5 damage. I'm like, this thing is awful. Alright, so nothing in the what's that, Sky 5? Sky 4?
That is Sky 3.
Sweet.
Sky 5 is Tiamat.
That's right. I stopped. This is just the Sky window floor, which
Looks like we started some talks in the chat about damage versus crits and the swords. Yes, I love starting wars on the internet.
Danny is finding like the Crescent Lake Party planners are finding all the fun tiles. We got red hydras in Earth. We got rock golems in ordeals. And we got the Agama tile in mermaids or Sharknado.
Yeah, that is very true. However, there are just so many grind tiles that finding one that's slightly less than optimal and won't make much of a difference, especially with how much EXP we get after the fiends.
Very true. And it looks like SpellZap has found this is Crescent Lake, and I think level
Like
6
that.
life, not horrible.
And it's Red Wizard learnable.
And Nuke at level 6. This is good news. I think this might be Cardia Swamp.
Ooh,
And
that's
the
a
Katana +1.
It rolled
What is
up,
this?
guys. It rolled up.
Is this even randomized? Like, are we? Is this real?
If it was a base katana, I could make the same joke, but no, it actually rolled up. It forced a thief and rolled a katana up.
This is the most generous seed I've ever seen.
Oh wait, Danny's running it, so she didn't roll the seed for. Oh, that's why.
This was courtesy of Thunder. Spell step, finding Sarda, getting a crown.
Hey,
Now we get to
maybe-
go punch Astos if we can ever figure out who's around.
Man. Yeah, can I have Thunder roll my raised seeds instead of Danny?
I think he's already gone and blown his luck. There's
Ooh,
no
an
more.
Invis 2 sword.
Hey!
I think that's...
Could be the Bane sword, but it also could be our defender.
I mean, I don't... If Fanfare didn't play, so it's gotta be the Bane sword.
All right, and we have our rebuilt Melmond with Flame Armor +4 in the armor shop.
Ooh. A small knife +3. Pretty tempting.
Ale pointing out that, or not Ale, Hate pointing out that if there's a sword icon in the name, it's not the defender. It's
Yeah, that's
the
a good
Bane
point.
sword. And it looks like Lefane is the one that got hit by the vampire this time.
Who needs Lefane anyway?
I mean, honestly, it's probably the worst place to go for a turn-in or a heal or what have you. But we now know where it is, and it's in Grassy Cardia.
The Oasis selling those inflated housing prices.
Hey, at this point, I would finding houses earlier.
Level
is
5
huge.
Temper Red Mage learnable.
That's nice.
At this point with Saber and Temper, this is looking really good if the Thief can promote.
The only problem with promoting is you still need to earn those levels. So it might be better for them to see if there's a ninja behind one of the thieves and just do a quick trade out.
Oh yeah, my favorite play is you kill all 4 fiends, you promote, then you grind. Because you need to promote early to get the spell charges, but you want to make sure you didn't, miss a good class.
Looks like Zenobian is making their way possibly down to Lich. I'm not quite sure where they are. I know what floor they're on.
Ooh, level 3 Warp.
Quad X, yes please.
I'll probably be using all those charges for Warp myself.
Spellzap and Danny taking out, Spellzap taking out the pirates and getting a ribbon +4 for his trouble.
Ooh, this is a really blessed seed.
This is definitely brought to us by Papa John's. This is probably the nicest seed I have seen.
Ooh, and level 4
there's-
Exit and Life 2.
There's gotta be some counterbalance in this. I don't think we've seen Pro Rings yet, but we have seen the Pro Capes. The Pro Capes are neutral.
We need to get the Deng Champ emote on this channel so we can have moments like, ooh, level 4 Life 2 and Exit. Ooh.
That will be probably one of our first emotes. Let's get there.
Ooh, a chime. That's
Hey,
the
2
vendor
giant
item.
swords. Chime from vendor is not bad. Pro Rings are -1.
So not too bad.
No, I mean, they're still going to do their primary job, which is protect against death. Or death spells.
If we find a knight, we've got Opal Helmet +4, Opal Armor +4. The Opal Shield rolled -2, but we got neutral Pro Capes, and then the Pro Ring -1 and Ribbon +4.
Chat brings up an interesting topic. They're calling a minimum roll on Masa. I
call
will tell
that.
you exactly right now what Masa is.
It's
and
neutral.
Exactly neutral.
Masa is excluded from the weapon blessings.
And it is located in its home chest. However, there is
more.
no other Masas floating around. I think it's just that one.
No,
its chest.
no, it's a question mark flag. So there could be more, but there's like a 50-50 chance that that's the only one.
I totally forgot that it was tri-state. There's definitely one there, but it may or may not be the only one.
Yep.
So we got Spells App taking
Just
on
double checked it, and
Kraken,
it is the case.
and Kraken doing Kraken things and taking out the Red Mage. But we got plenty of Lit Sticks and Fade. Are we about to see our second Ord? Uh-oh, Kraken just passed it. It's over.
You kill him now. You gotta kill him before he kills you.
I don't think that's gonna be enough.
Come on, Thief, dodge. You can dodge it, Thief. Oh, dark.
We got one more turn with throwing Dark out.
That's 2 fiends.
Woo!
I think a runner's
31 seconds.
If team
That's a knight.
wait, they skipped the knight?
Spells App doesn't want the knight. He's like, oh, who needs a knight? I got 3 wizards and a ninja. Well, a thief, but he'll eventually be a ninja.
All right. Well, considering we've got a rolled up katana, I don't hate the play. Yeah, but we've got fast, we've got tempers, we've got saber gloves, and we've got a ruse stick. Like,
I mean, we called it earlier. They're in go mode. They're very much in go mode now.
we're just looking for Tiamat.
All we need is Tia and well, we also need to go fight Carrie.
Yeah, just fight Carrie and then kill Tiamat.
It
seen
makes me
Tiamat,
wonder
though.
if they remember where Carrie is.
No, I don't.
So I don't. Carrie's in Melman. I knew that because I took notes.
I saved the note taking for when I'm actually, racing.
All right.
I'm here to be entertaining in the booth. Isn't that what it's all about? Being having a fun time, entertaining those in Twitch chat, right? And talking about level 6 nuke because I'm sad that it's not lower level. That's another opal bracelet +4 and a lock 2 stick. We've got every buff spell.
Yeah, well, we need. That's a lot. That's a lot of heavy armor. It's not even, it's light armor. But it may as well be heavy armor for the buffs it provides.
It's more defense than like flame armor. And
Alright, Zenobia got their ruse stick and another katana. I didn't know there was a katana in there. They got 2 now. One for...
Yo, double ninja. Double ninja. Let's go.
I don't think they're going to get out of this one alive. Nope. Oh, time to go touch all those again.
Okay, here we go again.
Alright, Danny is hitting the Earth Armory.
This is one of my favorite places to loot.
I don't like it. I hate the Earth Armory. I hate having to come here because I always take the wrong route and I end up... Oh wait, that's the side of the route. I gotta go around. But this... I don't think she's finding anything useful in here. Oh, no, wait, there's a slab.
Alright, Earth is cleared.
So the only thing we need, because we got the slab, we still might need the Oxy Ale. Could be possible. But if we found the Carry floor and we found the Tiamat floor, we don't need anything else.
Yep, just
levels and go.
We
No
just need to
levels
be able to
pick up
hit the enemies very hard.
Yeah, take out the fiends, get the XP, go munch down on some Agamas, or even the rock golems and ordeals. And yeah. Because we're going to have exit. The only thing we really don't have is an excess of ribbons.
Yeah, but
Or
we've
the
got
tail.
at
The tail would
least
be
one.
probably an item I would.
I don't think there's a lot of spells other than Heal 3 and Cure 4 that were blocked off by promotion specifically.
I just want to be able to swing my katanas. I have 2 of them.
Oh,
Take
yeah.
Positive.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
the
Force
ninja.
a thief. Let me use this. This will never happen again.
I mean, you never know. Tia could hold the ninja.
It could be possible. I don't think we even saw Carrie. We found her floor, but I don't think we even stepped foot inside of her room.
Ooh, more saber gauntlets that Danny has found.
For all of their
But she
melee
abandoned
users,
it.
right?
She abandoned it, warped
Don't
out.
need it.
I mean, I'd kind of want to have a backup.
Not needed.
Uh-oh.
We're good. Woo! We are having hiccups. It's okay. Nobody panic.
All right. Ooh, sandwiches are quad-exable. So you
Nice.
take your sandwich and you cut it into 4 triangles.
Yeah, exactly. And then you cut those triangles into triangles, and then those triangles into more triangles.
If you cut your sandwiches any other way, we're not friends.
I like to take cookie cutters and punch out my sandwiches.
Why?
Why not?
Because you'd have to clean the cookie cutter.
Okay, you're right. I cut my sandwich into a grid using a pizza cutter. Nobody saw Nightmare again after this.
I'm just gonna have to run into Nightmare's team and just give him a good old fashioned whooping. Right. Spells app has translated the slab, and we've seen Lefane. I don't remember where Lefane is.
Lefane is grassy cardio.
Oh yeah.
I can remember things like that. Can't seem to spell to save my life.
We've got the best grind tile in the game ever, Ogres and Creeps.
And speaking of that translation, Spells app is gonna go the wrong way. Just they autopiloted to the spells, and they found a Vorpal +3.
Should have taken the knight. Just saying.
Well, at least then I would be able to use it right. But we don't need that, as Spells app resets out, and I think he kept it. I think he exited. So where is our tail?
I don't know. For me, I would just take that knight, and I wouldn't need a tail. Because that Vorpal +3 with how nice it rolled is just about as good as a katana. I don't know the exact number. Someone in Twitch chat will probably put out the numbers.
I mean, it's definitely not bad. For an endgame weapon, it definitely will function.
Oh, it's a great endgame weapon. Especially with fast saber and temper. Like, once I get that 4th orb and I know I have everything, I probably would have replaced my, Oh wait, no, we've seen Tiamat. It's in Elfland.
Yeah. And Melmond is where Carrie is. Like, we know where we have to go.
Oh, that's a master. Just, he can punch very hard. if the runners want to grind. Belzap is sacrificing Danny so he and Danny can win. I think that's how
I'm
things work.
almost certain that this master is going to stay exactly where they are at.
Yeah, with how good this equipment is, you can get away with not grinding and just, winning.
Question is, can Spellzap take down Tia? At this point, absolutely should be able to. But then again, Tia could just start punching
Like that. But the thief has already hit max evasion, so it'll be. What?
I think
I think the spells that just want to kill Carrie first.
During that hiccup, there might have been a wipe. We don't know what Tia had. Could have been crack. Could have been zap. Whatever it was, could have been something that just wiped him out. Gonna purchase some temper for our people here, and that's probably might be why.
That's probably the reset reason.
But hey, since we're over here, let's go kill Carrie. And speaking of Carrie, Zenobian is taking on Carrie now.
Yeah, Zenobian using the accessible spell name, so Hast, for short for haste, is the equivalent of fast.
They're a lot more in line with
modern names.
The modern naming conventions, which works out.
Alright, Danny's going to be taking that knight because
Absolutely.
She has yet to take anyone. And a knight with this equipment, just perfect.
I mean, absolutely. Especially since they don't have anybody. If anybody is going to be great. And you can just throw equipment on it, throw it up front. You don't have to worry about it. It looks like we got dueling carries on the top of the screen. Whereas Professor Renderer is dealing with some very stun-happy Medusas.
I mean, that is how Medusa kind of works, right? Like, being stoned is like being stunned forever in the rock.
Yeah. Alright, Zenobian almost has Carrie down, but he's not doing enough damage. Yeah, he's just chipping away. Whereas on Spellzap's side, we got well, there goes our ninja wannabe. We got Fade coming out, at least. That's doing giant chunks. It looks like we're
going to be having
dodging.
This close.
Zenobian's going for a cheeky quad X. Doesn't hit it. Carry is not low enough.
And Danny kill Kraken. Ooh, good roll on that lit 3. Just gotta hope for no damage spells and no hits.
Spell Zap is through Carry. And look, we got a ninja.
Okay.
And that's gonna replace our
no promotion needed.
Thief. Yep. Just replace Thief, re-equip, and away we go. And Zenobian resetting out. Can't handle Carry just yet.
Danny has killed Kraken.
And it might just be in time to get that extra buff of XP. Crescent Lake party planners are one orb away from going back in time and ending this whole time loop. Carrie filling the slot. Carrie filling the slot. Danny filling the slot with the body. My brain just shut off.
Quite the night sprite.
It looks like the White Ranger.
Ooh, that's got Opal Helmet +4, Dragon Armor +3. I didn't even see the Dragon Armor. And then the Saber Gauntlets.
Throw the Saber on, yep. Just equip that and...
Alright, that takes up the Pro Ring slot, and Danny certainly wants death resistance. Spells that making his way to the final fiend. Considering the orb difference and the fact that this is the final orb, it's safe to say that Crescent Lake party planners are in a definite lead.
Well, we found Bahamut, but we don't have a tail.
Very unfortunate.
All right, here we go. We've got Tiamat.
Tiamat is extremely evasive.
But we got plenty of lock sticks and lock shirts.
We've got pretty much the white tank up at the top, because just that white mage with good armor and casting ruse taking the hits.
I mean, it's working out great. We're throwing out invis, we're getting our melee up. As long as Tia doesn't come out with something nasty.
I think Danny's going to get that Vorpal the Vorpal +3. Because this was the turn-in for Vorpal +3, right? Yeah, it's gotta be.
Yes, Vorpal +3 from the thing. And down goes Tia 1. Crescent Lake party planners at just over an hour and a minute have all 4 orbs lit. It is time to go find a grind. And pretty sure that's gonna be the Agama tile, or I don't know, the rock homes might be okay. Honestly, I would probably just go into Topher and grind some of the mobs in there.
I'd much prefer the Agama tiles because you don't trip any encounter tables.
Getting to it though is...
You have exit.
True. Getting out is fine. But getting to it, it might be annoying. But the rock goals definitely would be massive at this game. Probably more so than the Agamas. But in Topher, we got metal slimes, and we have more than enough AoE spells that can easily take care of those.
That is true, but you just have to walk around and hope for the grind. Like, the grind itself is going to be much quicker if you find that good tile.
Alternatively, almost every fight in Topher is going to be a good fight.
So you're saying just take all the fights in Topher on your way through?
Yeah, take it down, hit exit, come back, drop a house, do it again. Wait till your teammate's ready to go.
Yeah, from my experience, that there's always usually like one person that's ahead of the other, and they just take the grind a bit more safely. Not safely, but like you take the grind a bit further.
That was a cake stick. Professor Renderer is looking around. I'm not sure what they're looking for.
I'm not sure either. But
we got flipped marsh bottom, so...
Oh, that's even worse. I was talking to you before the broadcast about how bad I am at marsh bottom.
I mean, there was a cake plus 3 stick, so... Alright, looks like Spellzap is definitely gonna chow down on some Agama. It's not a horrible decision. They go down pretty quick. 6480 for their XP. Not bad.
Yeah, and you don't progress the encounter table, so this is completely safe. And with lit 3 sticks, this will be pretty quick to kill.
Alright, we got a ribbon on Danny's side. I think that makes her second.
Yeah, she killed the pirate for the ribbon because Spellzap told her about the pirate ribbon. Because our teams are currently in Discord calls with only each other. Where Crescent Lake Party Planners is specifically taken co-op voice the Ocho.
Here on ESPN 8, the Ocho. So it looks like Professor Renderer is attempting to go see what Mirage has. 12,000 XP off of 4 is definitely going to be good. But I think we're going to average 3 at a time.
Yeah, that makes sense. You get either 2, 3, or 4, so the average should be 3.
And with all our armor, the Agamas are doing hardly anything. But they got Poison Touch, which could be annoying.
Alright, so... Spell... Oh, that's... Yeah, 9,000, damn. 9,000 EXP. However, on the Pr.Ogres side, we've got some grinding on the red Hydras. That's a really nice grind.
It's definitely doable as well with all those lit sticks. Of course, only having one body to do this with is not
That's not ideal, but the stick helps.
Definitely. Now they just got to get out of here.
One of my favorite tiles to grind were the iron gold tiles. Especially once you get to that late part of the grind where you can just hit him with melee.
I mean, with enough spells, anything is a good grind.
If you nuke it hard enough, you'll kill it.
Generally speaking, yes. Alright, so Renderer is leaving Mirage. And I don't know where they're going to go to next. I don't know if anyone's been down to the Ice Cave. So there's a good chance that Ice Cave was one of the other sides of our Titan's tunnel.
No, Ice Cave had oh wait, no, I'm thinking about the actual ice loop.
Yeah, I was talking about the location of Ice Cave.
Yeah, that's one of my least favorite things talking about floor entrance shuffle. Just
Oh
I mean the overworld Ice Cave.
I trying to explain how the Titan's Cave is probably my least favorite place in entrance floor town shuffle, because we'll go in and we'll be like, all right, so this is Titan's Cave East is this place, cool, and then you go to leave Titan's Cave and it goes somewhere else, and you're like, all right, so Titan's Cave is this side, Titan's Cave East is this. It's like, but you just said it was something else. It's the most confusing place ever.
Oh, East? I thought you said West. I've had moments like that with the Titan's Trove. I just said, "Hey, I found Titan's East." Before finding the ruby, I was like, "Oh, great, we'll need the ruby. Come back to it later." But I'm looting the chests. I'm looting the chests right now.
Alright, Zenobian is in the Volcano Armory, still searching for, don't know what, because I don't think Volcano's incentivized.
Nope, no volcano incentive.
And we already have all of the loose items, so gear has to be gear.
Well, what kind of gear are you looking for?
Well, they got the, I don't know, ribbons? The Masa, maybe?
Well, I would never bet on the Masa with the flag set because, you know, there's a pretty good chance that the only Masa is in its OG spot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I'm gonna look for equipment, I'm just gonna hope for, like, you know, the shop swords that have, like, a mid-tier sword, like a rune sword +3. Like, you know, that's all you need. The one thing that I will admit they could be looking for are ribbons. We've only seen one ribbon so far.
All right, and I think they got the crown, so we're gonna go and take down Astos, and
tail.
they got the tail. So Astos has
turn one rub, just like old Astos.
Can we get through? And Astos is down.
Yep,
all right, that's it.
Spellzap has finished his grind, and he's picking up all those juicy items.
Spellzap is gearing up for the final countdown.
Yep, Spellzap. First, excuse me, but Spellzap is ready to take on Topher.
Meanwhile, Zenobian is still searching, and looks like Professor Renderer has decided to grind on some service in Marsh.
Do they still only have the one orb?
I believe so. I don't think they were able to take down Carrie.
Why would they not be able to take down Carrie with so many Fade casters and Lit 3 casters? They're only level 30. No, that's super doable. Yeah. So Spellzap in Topher gonna take on these Gasties because, you know, why not?
I mean, hey, it's not a horrible idea. I mean, you still gotta wait for your teammate to finish. So, beat down some gas dragons, get yourself some more levels, and off you go.
Yeah, I typically, what I like to do if I'm way ahead in my grind, you know, once I finish up the grind, I'm comfortable, I head to Topher, talk to the bats, and then I fight all of the fiends and just play super defensively to let my partner know the full script.
All right, here we come to the fateful toss. We've been carrying around this piano for far too long. Oh, but
that was well, Danny's got the piano. Spellzap just threw a loot at just like 3 blocks away.
Yeah, chucked it away. I didn't know that you could do that. I thought you had to do it out of thing. It's good to know. I've learned.
I mean, it's not like it's a huge time save because you have to walk that path anyway.
Also true. Now see, purple worms. This is good XP. Nice, juicy.
Nope.
Nah, I got Lich to beat.
Oh, mud golems are scary. They have damage. They have some type of poison. I can't remember.
Damage, poison. All right. Oh look, Asaria.
Yeah, totally the Agaba grind tile, guys. Trust me.
They're just not done baking yet. It's fine, I swear.
Alright, we're seeing Bahamut on Zenobian's screen. Bahamut is buffed, so be scared.
Bahamut also gives like some incredible XP.
It's like 20,000 EXP with all 4 orbs.
20,000 with all 4 orbs. It's nuts.
So that would be about 4,000 base. So this will give them 8. This will give them 8,000.
Still a decent amount of XP to get, and they'll be able to use their katana finally, provided they can get through this. All right, we're on to carry 2 with Spell Zap. Apparently it was the turn 1 Quake, and I blinked and missed it. Carry not being very punchy, which is good.
That Zenobian is going for red mage strats to kill.
Nope.
Never mind. Thief, please crit. Please crit. Uh-oh.
Now, Bahamut might be low enough for Quad X, but I don't know if they have any charges left.
I mean, it only shares charges with Warp, so yeah, Zenobian's got some charges.
It's getting a little dicey on spells that side. One solid AoE spell from Carry, and spells that's starting over. Up, down goes our Black Mage. And down goes Carry too.
So, Black Mage, it's fine because we've got life too.
And Danny has entered Topher. So we're probably within 10 minutes of finishing here.
Well, at least for the Crescent Lake Party planners.
Very true.
So, now that the spells that just barely survived through Carry, and he's giving all of that information to Danny, so I should expect to see a much cleaner Carry fight for Danny. Especially with the Knight.
Yeah, I
with
was just going to say,
+3.
Danny has a huge tank up front. We don't have a ninja, so we don't have our backup melee, but the Thief might work in time.
I mean, you know, Dragon +3 will still work wonders against Tia too, and then after that, if you really need it, you can just go grab Masa. And
there goes the piano through the loop block, and down we go.
Yeah, Danny's kind of scary being able to throw a piano that far.
I mean,
remind me not to get on her bad side.
Have you seen her knight? It's the White Ranger from Power Rangers. I'm terrified. All right, and we got
Kraken 2 hits for 845 on that Black Mage with really good, despite having really good opal armor.
Yeah. The Kraken 2 did not skip Tentacle Day? Arm Day? Oh, here comes Bane. There goes our Red Mage.
It's leg day because you see Kraken standing on the tentacles.
Okay, I'll go with leg day.
Never skip leg day, folks. Be like Kraken.
Alright, Professor Renderer is still chowing away at those Cerebus.
Quite the feast for him. Danny just getting Lich to eat his cake.
Is there a Lich there? Because I missed it. And down goes Kraken 2.
All I saw was some cake, and boy was it delicious.
Now I want cake. Thanks.
I don't have anyone's birthday. I'm going to be celebrating soon, so no cake for me.
I didn't get any cake for my birthday, and it was like last week. Now I'm depressed.
That is not very Pr.Ogres.
Speaking of Pr.Ogres, it looks like Zenobian's the one trying to suss out where things are, whereas Renderer is spending their time getting levels.
Professor Renderer, Professor Renderer has wiped because his level has gone down.
Oh, that would explain why they're back here. Ooh. That feels bad.
Yeah.
Alright, we got double carry again, except
one of these carries is not like the other. One of them casts nuke.
Yeah, I saw that. That was terrifying.
Albert, all 4 party members are still alive.
I mean, it's barely, but I think Danny's gonna get through carry with not much hassle here in another turn or two. Provided the
spells that
Vorpal
quad
actually-
extinct, yeah.
Very nice.
Oh wait, that's another nuke.
Oh, that's
Terry. Not Terry, Carrie.
Scary Terry. Scary Carrie.
Alright folks, whack a garland. Here we go.
Starting off with the fade to clear out all the garlands.
I would cast Fade and Nuke because Garlands typically survive Fade.
Yeah, they are. I saw a fade hit for at least 304 on something. And,
Oh, and Garland's no
still
Scorch. That's gonna be some bad chip damage. I don't know if the Red
Especially-
Mage will survive.
The Red Mage is not long for this world.
The White Mage might also die because Chaos smacked her good.
We are cutting it close. We need to trying to drop these garlands. And Danny is on her way back to Kraken. Or back to Kraken, down to Kraken. And down goes Red Mage on Spellset side. We got Saber coming out for our ninja. Alright, we are now finally starting to clear out some of these garlands. Only took 2 fades.
Back row Chaos. He's not messing around. Coming out with Thunder.
Out, we're down 2 mages. Time to just buff our ninja and let's go.
Just hit it very hard.
Just hit a lot, yeah.
Yeah, over 1,000 damage from the ninja.
And down goes our black mage. Let's hope we don't get slowed. That was poison damage from Chaos and Swirl.
Uh-oh. Okay.
And down goes Chaos. 1 hour, 21 minutes, and about 28 seconds. GG spells that. One half. Get your G. Get your G out.
Yeah, 1G because Danny wiped.
That you hate to see.
Oh. Remember, both runners on a team have to finish. So if Danny keeps wiping, that gives the other team a chance to catch up. One of my personal friends is watching this race right now, and he just DM'd me in Discord a single G.
Not me, the chat. Put it in the chat. All right, so
He does the same thing when he wants to get my attention, to hang out in a call, because we just call each other by gamer, and he just got lazy and shortened it to G.
So we got Tiamat on the other side. And you know Tiamat has Blizzard?
I mean, it's a dragon. It's got frost breath.
Sure, yeah. I mean, one of those has to be an ice dragon. I can believe it.
Oh, and it's got fire breath as well.
That actually hurt a lot. But hey, because we got 2 katanas and now 2 ninjas, down they go. And pick up the master. Did you replace your other ninja? Why?
Yet, I suspect that Zenobian's gonna grind a lot.
Ooh, I don't know.
Because 42 Master, with that, because Masters have +4 MDef growth, and a recruited master is master from level 1.
That would be true, yeah.
That's going to be huge on saving yourself a ribbon, and the ninja will be your backup.
But with double ribbon or double katana, I don't know. But I mean, the master is a good call. I honestly probably would have swapped off my black mage at that point instead. Because I have Ro16, all I need is someone with life to help carry me through Joker.
That's fair. There's saber gloves, and the red mage can't cast fast.
So that's all we need. With 3 melee swingers, that's nothing's gonna
However,
stand.
the black
Just hold A and pray.
However, Nuke was Black Wizard exclusive.
You don't need Nuke, we got Fade. Fade's fine.
And then not to those garlands. Like, garlands survive like 2 fades, 3 fades.
Well, we
Like-
got Lich 2 round 2. It's Lich does not want to eat cake today.
He ate it the first time.
Yeah, well,
Maybe he's full.
now.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
full.
It's a very hearty cake, just kind of stuck to your ribs. Oh, there we go.
So he just had to wait a little bit, make some room.
Yeah, a little bit of cardio would clear that out.
Dude.
That was Lich 1.
Danny just replaced her ninja with the red wizard.
Well, they have the key, so they don't need the ninja.
Yeah.
But I mean,
But still, no ninja? Boo. Do what you gotta do to win, but you've lost style point. It's carried you throughout the entire early game. You're just gonna abandon him?
I don't know. I kind of like this play though. I mean, well,
if it were me, I'd just grind more.
True, but I mean, the longer the grind takes, the sooner the other team's gonna catch up. And speaking of the other team, Professor Renderer is back on that grind. They really seem like they're struggling here.
I mean, Professor Render is level 19 across the board. They're starting to get orbs, so certainly it's not the worst situation to be in. I
think the problem here is that grind tile is so far away. And there's better spots. There's that Akamai tile. But
there's the Hydra tile that Zenobia knows about.
Mm-hmm. Then again, I mean, we would need... I don't think Renderer feels confident enough to handle anything else but the service. Like, look how far they have to go just to get to that grind tile that they're on. There are better grind tiles elsewhere that are far more easily accessible from the entrance that I would probably try to take.
All right, back into Topher for Danny, taking on Garland number 1 of 9. Or actually, it's 10 Garlands because Chaos is Garland.
Technically, yeah, I can see that.
I mean, that's 10 chances to knock you all down.
Yeah, this is such a long way to go for arguably rather bad XP. Like, servers aren't going down quick.
Yeah, I'm not.
I'm not liking this grind tile. Earlier on, when you found it, yeah, I could see.
Yeah.
Grinding
Like,
it.
for
That's
me,
fine.
when you first found it, I'll expend my spell charges and warp out of there. That's what I'd do. Or maybe save like 1 spell charge of stuff.
But because
Okay,
I have to take a Offstep.
5k experience with, you know, two of
Two
4
orbs.
orbs. So that'd be, that'd come out to be like
They've also been
8,000.
They've also been doing this since they only had 1 orb. So I don't know. This is, and they're not going down. Like I said, they're not going down fast, and it takes time to get down to this level. This is, I can't get behind it. I honestly, I would rather grind Bridge of Destiny.
I would just go kill fiends. You're level 20 now.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, level 20, kill carry easily.
Well, you know, they just gotta secretly hope that Danny just keeps wiping in Topher and stubbornly redives.
I mean, at that point, that's what the Pr.Ogres have to hope for, is that
There is a win condition for them.
unfortunately it's relying on the other team doing poorly, and that's not the win con you want.
Yeah, I have to agree.
Now, what level is Zenobian at? Because Zenobian seems to be handling these red hydras really
His
well.
Black Mage has got like 400 HP, so I assume he's in the 30s.
Yeah,
Yep.
level 30. And this is a safe tile as well, where they're grinding.
I suspect Zenobian's gonna stop at 32 and then start lighting orbs. Unless they've completely forgotten about the EXP boost from orbs.
I mean, that is some of the keys that you have to look into with these flags for this tournament is the orbs, because they're going to give you the most experience buffs. So knocking those out as soon as you can. And then, where's a good grind? How easy does it get to, and how easy do they go down? After that, it becomes real simple to get your levels in and light orbs and go. The most difficult part of this game is the early game and finding everything.
Yep. Specifically just the early game. There's 2 hard parts of this. The early game and Topher.
Mm-hmm. And as we saw, Topher is definitely a little bit of a challenge.
It's a little bit of a challenge, but it's certainly doable. It's not triple nuke Tia 2 like I had to deal with in practice. Just as I thought, Zenobian has got to 32, got his black belt online, and is heading forward.
Now, another thing that Professor Renderer could have done is gone and promoted, because they both have the tail. They can. I mean, Bahamut is
Scary. Bahamut hits very hard.
That's true. But at level 20, you can. I mean, Zenobian did it at level 20. And the XP gain with 2 orbs would be huge, because then you could get spells on your ninja. And it looks like Danny wiped again.
Yeah.
But she is rediving. This is giving the Pr.Ogres another chance. And it looks like we're going
Danny's going to have to wipe a few more times before
Renderer is going
start
back to the service. I hate seeing it. I'm every moment that the Professor Renderer spends on this grind tile, I feel is a moment lost for them.
It is certainly time lost, although I do believe that he's asked Zenobian to light the remaining the last orb.
At this point, yeah, absolutely. I mean,
And
the only problem is there's the grind tile that Zenobian was using.
Yeah, it's
Right.
so much better.
Yeah. Any other tile would be better. I wonder if Professor Renderer just doesn't feel able to handle anything but these things.
Yeah, that could be a thing. Professor Render, not to, I don't mean any harm in this, but Professor Render is still one of our ducks after the Duckling Derby. So, meanwhile, on the Crescent Lake Party Planners, we literally have like multiple veterans and super long veterans of this community. I believe Spells App is actually like he's won something. Hold on, I need to look at the.
Hold on, let me look at my notes. Well, it looks like Danny is approaching Lich 2 for round 3. Lich is having like the best party ever.
Yeah, Spells App has the champion role. That's all I need to say.
Yeah, from Spring Tournament 2020. Thanks, Rampage, for putting that in chat, so we're not spinning our wheels.
See, Hate brings up a point. He's like, it's a known tile, but Zenobian has seen a better tile, and it's quicker. Several better tiles, quicker to get to, even safer, because they're so easy to get to, and they're in constant communications. However, that water orb will make things a bit easier.
It's definitely going to speed things up, but
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm feeling like it's too little too late.
It's all 4 orbs, and they're and Professor Render is starting to approach the level 30. It's almost getting to the point where they can start to dive Topher.
I mean, again, grinding in Topher, just even if it's just a walking grind, not a horrible idea. There's a lot of good mobs in there, and you gotta travel that direction anyway.
I strongly disagree, especially if you're diving Topher at like not a super high level, because you'd want to keep all those levels.
Yeah, I got exit. I can just bounce out, drop a house. As long as I haven't gotten past the Fiend yet, I won't feel bad about bouncing out. And honestly, the first 2 floors of Topher are where all the good XP enemies are. The purple worms, metal slimes, the gas dragons. Like, there's nothing really, really scary on those floors. Alright, we are at carry 2 as Zenobian is approaching the loot plate. Now, are we gonna see a piano come out?
I just remembered, all the good white magic was like level 7. So the big issue that Danny's facing is not enough hit points and not enough burst healing.
That's a good point. Level 7 is where we need our I think life 2?
Heal 3 and cure 4.
That's it, yeah. Danny trying to cheeky quad X didn't work, but Morphle, I couldn't tell what damage it did, but
It was
the trick.
548 damage. So just outside of quad X range. Professor Render attempting to promote now.
It's a good play. I like it. Let's see if it goes well. I mean, as Hate pointed out in chat, Buff Bahamut is about as strong as TOY, has half the hit points of Warman. So it's like fighting a mini Warman at this point.
Professor Render going for Zap It very hard with various magic.
Well, at four orbs, 20,000 XP is yours for beating Bahamut. And beating, we are on Kraken. Let's see if Danny can get through.
Ooh, the fighter taking a big hit before Ruse comes out.
We do have Cure 3, I believe.
I believe it is taken up by a lot of black magic instead.
Kraken with
Ooh.
Bane.
Oh no,
And
the fighter goes down.
Everybody.
Oh, well, the fighter and the fodder red mage.
That's depressing.
That's the absolute worst case scenario for Danny.
We need to drop this Kraken now so our red wizard can pick everyone back up. Meanwhile, Zenobian is getting through carry 2.
Uh-oh. Come on, red wizard.
This isn't looking good. Need maybe a cheeky. Oh, there's a nuke. Danny has wiped for a third time.
You think is Danny still stubbornly diving?
No, I believe she's gonna go restock, re-equip, reevaluate, because something has to change. She has to do something different. So I think
Picking up some fades.
that's absolutely helpful. I mean, an extra 4 fades will help push through, and Zenobian is through carry 2.
Alright, Professor Render is going to take on Tiamat. He wants that master. You think just some fade charges will be enough to stop Danny from wiping?
Could be. But it also looks like she's up in the northern neck of the woods, so she's likely going to go buy some level 7 magic, if possible.
Either that or possibly grind somewhere. Oh, level 6 magic. Nuke.
Nuke will help.
And lock.
But since she got rid of her white mage, she's locked out of, I think, most of the best healing spells.
You see her pondering what to do.
Now, after Eraser finishes, they're still in communication with their teammates, so they can still get coaching and notes and advice. However, their teammate can't watch their game still, so you gotta sit there and just use your imagination. And we missed it, but Professor Renderer did succeed at defeating Bahamut.
Yeah. Good.
Now we're taking on Tia 1. Definitely getting their master.
Getting temper as well.
That will help punch through, so to speak.
Double checking all the mages have temper. The knight has fade and cure 3.
I mean, Invis 2 was level 8, so it's kind of... Yeah, I think that's it. I think it's time for dive 3. Let's go, Danny. And it looks like Xeno has wiped.
Yeah. Considering that's Xeno's first dive of Topher, that's some good information.
Yeah, I mean, good information. Got all the way to Tia. So it's Xeno doesn't have to do a whole lot to get back to that point.
And considering Xeno is ahead of his teammate, he's likely going to play the safe route and grind some more.
Yeah, I mean, we're back here in Earth. There's an easy to get to trap tile here. Isn't that trap tile linked to the trap tile elsewhere? Like,
all of the trap tiles in like before the vampire are the same.
So you don't have to walk all the way to this one. However, this is the safer one.
Yep, it's much better because you don't get encounters.
At the same time, those encounters, likely you can run or nuke or whatever, and you're not going to run into many of those off-step encounters. So I honestly would have gone for one of the earlier ones instead of walking through. It's second save, but I mean, those seconds might be good. And look, Professor Renderer is following behind Zenobian, going to that same grind tile. This is what I've been hoping for.
It's not much more EXP, but it's a lot easier to get to.
And far faster. Because with all the spells that they have, they can easily just walk through this. They're going to take this to level 42, definitely. And they're just going to...
They're both around level 30.
Yeah, no, they're going to walk through the rest of Topher.
If Danny keeps wiping, that this is starting to look like a close race.
Absolutely. And because they're both taking the same grind, they're going to be really close to each other in finishing. Thank you, Hate, for pointing out that the entry of a lower chest room, so on Earth 2, so that room just off that entry hallway has the other trap tile, which is what I was thinking.
Yep.
And I definitely would have taken that one. A lot faster to get to, less walking. Granted, yes, not as safe, but I mean, it's Earth 2. What in here is gonna hurt me at this point?
Random scripts.
They're all gonna run. I'm morale breaking everything already. And if they don't morale break, I have a ninja up front, so I'm probably gonna get first turn. So I can either run there or drop a nuke or a fade. Or one of my many item magics. I got Ice 2 and Lit 3s for free. I don't even need to use spells. That said, let's hope that Professor Renderer starts using those item sticks and clearing these to... This way they don't think that they have to run out, drop a house, and come back. Alright. Carry 2. Hopefully she doesn't get a chance to take out our Black Mage yet. And we're throwing out some block. Got a lightning coming out from Carry. I think that's going to be the end of our Black Mage. Yep.
Yep.
Carry might be within quad X range. Still gonna just keep throwing damage down. Oh, and there's the nuke. Alright, everyone survived. That Cure 3 coming in clutch now. Alright, here comes the cheeky quad X. Down goes our red mage, but Vorpal does the trick. Carry 2's down. Carrie seems to be doing a lot more gatekeeping this time around.
Yep. Now, these Team Progers is entering mid to high 30s in their levels. So they have surpassed Danny in levels. So if Danny wipes and they redive, if they dive and then Danny wipes, they're gonna be in the lead and much more likely to finish.
Yeah, I think as long as, yep, and there goes the house, exactly what I was afraid of. Professor Renderer using up all their spell slots, not using their item sticks. Now they have to walk all the way back through, and look, an unrunnable encounter. This is, it's still good. It's still a better place to grind than the Cerberus, but the time it's taken to get here, it's holding them back. I think they could absolutely have a chance to do this, and if they lose, I think it'll be because of the constant backtracking.
Yeah, Danny just hitting level 35 across her party, and she's running out of heal pots.
But we do still have some Cure 3s. Danny getting caught on the corner of shame.
Unfortunate. Finding more unrunnable waters. I would just nuke them because they're causing so much damage.
Yep, nuke, ice 3, whatever I
no,
have.
They're targeting the red wizard.
That's real bad. If that red wizard goes down,
Oh no.
it's over for Danny. She's gonna have to re-go. $25 health. Ugh, scraping by.
Ooh, they know Danny's win condition and they've targeted it.
The unfortunate thing is we're down to 11 heal pots, and we don't have enough. This is the worst time to be running out of this.
Yeah, she's carefully menuing to make sure the heal pots go to the red wizard.
Man, Kraken's gotta be really scary. Kraken might just walk through Danny's party.
Alright, Red Mage, you got this. Take a hit. Yeah, chat's got a good point. Danny's out of heal resources, and Kraken knows nuke. And,
Not only that, but
and the fighter goes
hard.
down.
Yeah, that's a reset. I would just reset right there. I think that and then Bane. Yeah, there's the Bane too. I mean, the thing is that they have the levels. Like for this comp, should be easy, but the lack of
Not with these
healing
fiends.
spells, it's not easy. We haven't even seen the Aegis shield anywhere.
Yeah, the knight, the red wizard is the one with the ribbon.
But we might get through. All we have is a lit 3 stick. There goes the other nuke, and that's another wipe from Danny. Oh, the frustration is sitting in, and it's probably a great thing we can't hear what's happening on Danny's side because, man, there's no faster way to get demonetized than
I
what she's
don't
going
think
through.
she'll want an interview after this race if she loses.
Well, at the very least, you will have had 10 minutes to cool off and calm down and recuperate.
Oh yeah, there's a 10-minute delay. Yeah, maybe Danny appearance. Yeah, Danny is pretty chill, but this is the sort of thing that makes me break my ceiling fan in anger.
I probably would have dropped my controller several times, take my glasses off, rub my eyes. I probably would have been sitting still for a hot minute.
And Danny's trying to go for a sandwich grind, but the sandwiches keep running away. Danny's comms while racing are the equivalent of a nuke for. What do you mean by that, MG weirdo? I'm curious now, but also scared.
All right, so Zenobian is trying Topher once more. And Renderer is once again making that long trek to the one room.
Yeah, I hate pointing out. Yeah, this is where he'd go kill some hooray dwarves, but they're a bit far away.
Yeah, they also don't give a lot of good XP.
I almost read the hate talking in chat, and then I realized, oh, I can't say that on stream. Whoops. And back into Topher Danny goes after grinding a few more levels. She's still entering Topher ahead of Professor Renderer, so this is probably her last shot.
Yeah, Renderer's still grinding away, trying to get that that elusive 42. But Zenobian running into those unrunnable waters.
Like, the big thing here is that Danny still has yet to get past Kraken. Like, that, if I couldn't get past Kraken or Carry in my Topher dive, then I would be very keen to just grind more if right on losing that first dive.
Yeah, I would be absolutely going for and finding a grind. I would be taking levels where I could get them before going back in, because something has to change, and maybe that change is HP.
I wonder, is Danny doing the Topher grind?
I mean, that's what I would do.
Still
because everything else is running away. Things in Topher usually don't morale break very well. Alright, Kraken 2 on Zenobian's side. Let's see if we can get past. And Renderer is making their first attempt.
Yep, 42 black belt coming in. Or should I say,
Master?
Master with that +4 MDef from level 1. That Master's not going to get baned.
No, definitely not. Unless
your
56.
team, yeah, unless your team 3 and 256.
All right, and down goes Kraken 2.
Yeah, Professor Render just opens up the black orb and then saves. Okay, just that small time save. in case the dive fails, which it really shouldn't.
Yeah, it should not fail at this point. Yep, and Danny is doing the Topher grind. I like it. It might be too late though. Doing this earlier was probably the key. After that second build dive, I probably would have come here to grind.
I would have stopped after the first grind because like I can't even get past carry. Like if I wipe to chaos, I'm just like, oh, okay, that was just some bad RNG at the very end. But if I died at carry and I was just like, it runs me out of resources, it's just not worth it. And now, officially, both runners in Team Pr.Ogres are ahead of Danny in terms of their dive and Topher, and they're more prepared.
Let's see if Chaos goes down easy to Zenobian. And there's still the chance that Renderer will can
a 3 in 256 chance, right?
at the very least. I mean, Danny's experience with this, and she's gone through the first couple fiends already several times. Whereas Renderer, this is his first dive into Topher.
It's the first dive, but he does have Zenobian's info. Then
again, we're not saying that Zenobian hasn't been forthcoming with info, but it was like almost an hour and 40 minutes before Renderer went and found a different tile to grind. In fact, the same one that Zenobian was using. So, who knows? The communication could be part of the issue with this team dynamic on this side. But Renderer is through Lich 1 as Danny just enters Lich 1's floor, or Lich 2. May as well be Lich 1. I mean, they've been on the screen for about the same amount of time.
Alright, Zenobian's gonna kill Chaos. There's no question at this point. Doing way too much damage through multiple fighters.
Yeah, Chaos came out with a rub, and there's 2 hours and 53 seconds for Zenobian. That's another half G.
Single G in chat.
All right, so that is half of both teams are through. Renderer is going against Carry right now. And Danny is shifting some items around for Lich. And we're going to see some more cake action. Alright, Carry 2 is being really nice, actually. For Renderer, at least.
Oh, not if she smacks. If she casts Nuke and kills that white mage, that could set Professor Renderer back.
Oh, there's Nuke, and white mage lives.
Ooh.
All right. Carry 2 done just as Danny finishes off Lich 1. They're about exactly one fiend behind each.
Will Carry 2 be nice to Danny?
And how Professor Renderer getting caught on the doorways and the corner of shame. All right, let's see how Kraken 2 handles the first I was gonna say there, and my mind just kind of trailed off. The first appearance of Professor Renderer. That's what I was going for. Got it. Nailed it. First time.
sticking that white mage in slot 2 is very risky.
Well, their thought is the master's what's going to carry me. I don't need anything else. I mean, 6 hits for 7 something. That was huge. And that was before the fast. And our white wizard survived. Danny's through carry 2. Alright, our ninja and... Oh, here comes Bane. Down goes the white wizard. But that's the only one that went down.
Wait a minute, get that other randomizer out of here. So we're now linked to the past randomizer channel, guys. Don't worry.
Don't worry about us. We're casually watching. I think this is a past one.
Yeah, it's a past tournament. But hey, other randomizers are pretty cool. The first randomizer I got into was in fact linked to past randomizer. Then I did the SMZ3 one a little bit. Then I came to this, and I just love Final Fantasy that much. That much more than anything else.
All right, we got Tia 2 over here doing some work against our mage, and down goes our other mage. All right, looks like we're gonna have to rely on items for any buffing. I was gonna say, there goes Tia 2. All right, Renderer is on their way to Chaos. They don't have any AoE spells besides their sticks, and so this might be a wipe. This isn't looking, this might be really, really scary.
That's a lot of heal potions, though, so...
Yeah, but drink stats in the middle of a chaos fight? That, you don't want to rely on that.
I mean, drink strats and bruise stick will...
Maybe. Won't help against, all the spells.
All the Scorch.
All the Scorch, yeah. Lit 3 is the best you got. And speaking of Scorch, here we go. My very first randomizer, Pokemon Randomizer.
Seen a little bit of Pokemon Randomizer. Professor Render correctly guessed Chaos.
Well, didn't correctly guess. Zenobia told.
No, it's random every time.
No, same spot every time. Does not change. She doesn't even move.
Yes, he does. My partner and I literally had this last practice seed.
I have never had a big random. He's in the same spot every time for me.
Yep, hate and crap.
I mean, everybody.
With me,
I guess I'm
random.
just lucky. I guess I've just been lucky.
Yeah, no, he's punching in a different spot. It's Chaos's top left. Previous runners had Chaos be center left. It is random.
Guys, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go buy like 18 lottery tickets for different lotteries. Not the same one. Because I've never had that happen ever. Like, toxic. Ouch. Didn't do anything.
Chaos is always the same copium.
Alright, on
Damage
Danny's
poison.
side, we lost our fighter again.
The black belt is almost dead.
Well, there goes one Garland. Taking out the Garlands, probably a good idea. I mean, killing Chaos is great, but because there's so many Garlands.
One Garland at a time.
Because there's so many Garlands, that's so many opportunities for a 3 and 256 to happen. And oh no, Danny is just down to the red wizard again.
Oh no.
This Danny's looking for an answer and not finding one. Getting rid of that white mage probably sealed it for them, because a white wizard would be able to get that life too. But the
Swirl
problem is,
coming out.
they never found that. They never found the tail. Oh, there goes the nuke. Well, I mean, she could get through, but what then? T is, yeah, everything's gonna be gone. T is gonna wreck her.
Chaos knows nuclear. Oh no.
Oh, and our master's down to 100 health. We don't have a ninja anymore.
7 HP. Yeah, no, this is it. Because Garland knows Scorch.
And if we don't kill Chaos here,
There it is. So now Danny back in the lead.
oh, that feels so bad for Renderer.
Yeah. It feels-
Oh. Yeah, exactly. Item magic is key here.
This whole seed doesn't suck. It's just a really rough bunch of fiends.
Basically, it's great. It starts off in the upper left is a great seed, then moves over to the upper right is not miserable, but after that it just gets brutal as you move down.
This is not even close to the worst practice seed I had, because I was talking about Tia 2 with nuclear nuke. And Tia 2 cast all 3 of those in a row.
So, Renderer's constantly using up their spells, which they need for Chaos. With all this item magic, I mean, we don't need to be casting spells here. Just run, just get out.
The mages were unrunnable, so
I understand that, but I mean, I'm not gonna waste my spells that might be useful. When I have a lit 3 stick,
ooh,
2 of them.
Lich eating his cake this time.
That you love seeing it. Not having to recover after Lich is a huge time save, and it's a great save on resources. Oh, hey, look, red dragons. And they're gone. Oh,
Now,
so we're one fiend behind.
I have spoiled myself the result, but I'm not going to say it to any of you.
I don't want to hear anything.
Someone finishes a Topher dive, I'll say that. So we won't be sitting here much longer, I hope. Unless one of them just, refuses to quit and just keeps dying like Danny has been.
Danny has been putting up quite the fight. I honestly think it's been rough because of the where a lot of the spells landed.
All right, so Pr.Ogres going with Chuck Norris strats.
Yeah, just suplex Lich into the cake.
Just like how you kill the Emperor in Skyrim, right? You suplex him.
Mm-hmm.
Like how else do you kill people?
Boost Roda.
Nah, suplex though.
All right.
So
and
much
Danny
funnier.
is through carry 2, much nicer, much cleaner than before. Suplex a train. That's correct, Rich. All right. Renderer is on their carry 2 fight. Again, trying ice magic, which isn't the worst idea, but it's also not for being the Fiend of Fire. She's surprisingly resistant to ice.
Oh, the white mage goes down for Pr.Ogres.
That's bad. That's not good.
Especially so
That white mage
early
is
on.
key. Like, they're the only one with a viable AoE spell. Speaking of spells, just no more spells. Just no, you're not allowed to have spells.
Just don't cast magic.
Yeah.
Just who needs... Oh, wait. What?
That reset, absolutely reset out because I lost my ability to cast any spells.
I didn't even...
Those are the white, those are reset.
Yeah.
I don't know where they're going. I don't know what their plan is.
50. The plan is 50, I think.
No.
Or
If the plan's 50, they're in the wrong space. Invis 2 sword, super handy. That would, I mean, just that alone would probably be.
Tells.
Yep. Okay, there we go. Let's get nuke because we don't have nuke apparently. Alright, Kraken 2. Kraken with Bane only hitting the red mage this time. Alright, Renderer bought some spells, grabbed an Invis sword, and now we're trying again. Down goes our Black Mage. But hey, our Knight is still standing.
Still standing and willing to dish out some hits with some good Vorpal crits. Thank you, Vorpal +3.
Whew. Good. We're through Kraken 2.
That's the worst fiend. Like, it's so much better after this. Especially because Danny has, a bunch of Fade.
But hey, we got 40 some odd potions left. We can bring this back. Just shove some potions down our meat shield's mouths. A blade of meat armor. And we are at Tia. I haven't seen Danny's item list in a while, but I'm pretty sure most everybody has a pro ring on.
At least 2 people have a pro ring on, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And then the other one probably has a ribbon.
So far, Tiamat's not being too bad. Unrunnable pack of metal slimes. Oof. Managed to zap one of them.
And, punch the other 2.
12,000 XP for a pack of 8 slimes. That's XP right there. That's crunchy. Speaking of crunchy, we still have a full party over on Danny's side. Tia's got to be almost dead.
Now, we only saw like 2 nukes from Chaos. 2 nukes at Chaos at most, I think.
And we get a quad axe on Tiamat. Danny is on her way to Chaos. She's got everybody standing. She has some spells.
Yeah, the Garlands are gonna go down easy peasy, and then everything can be focused on Chaos. With so many Tempers, Fasts, and Saber items, this is gonna be... I think this is it.
Like, hi Iron Gold, bye Iron Gold. All we need to do, clear out those Garlands so we stop taking chip damage, buff our party, and start just sending Chaos the business. Alright, here we go everyone. Get ready. This could be it. Starting off with Fast and a nuke. And fades. So we're definitely wiping all these garlands off of the face of the earth.
Not before they get some scorches out.
Of course, but of course we're gonna get some scorches now.
Yeah, that's the different garland. Complete opposite location for Professor Render.
Man, I get so lucky.
Maybe
I'm like
maybe
the luckiest.
you just remember wrong, dude.
No, I don't remember wrong. I just got lucky.
Kinda.
I've had my partner be like, all right, chaos is in this row, this slot, and I'm like, all right, cool, and then punch chaos every time. It's worked. I don't know what it is. All right, so we got all the garlands down. We're about to lose our red mage. That's fine, no big deal. Got the tempers up. About to lose our other red mage. It's kind of not cool, but we're fine. We're fine. Our fighter's still standing.
Still
Gonna throw out
standing
some
at great HP. Over 1,000 damage.
Ooh. Oh, there goes damage poison. And it takes out our red mage. But it looks like we did indeed put a ribbon on our knight finally.
Yep.
I think we are about to see. Oh, there goes our black mage. Just mono and mono.
G, put the other G in chat
Wow.
for Crescent Lake Party Planners. Over an hour of diving Topher later, we finish.
2 hours and 20 minutes. Whoa! Gotta be something said for persistence. I'm worn out just by watching. I have emotes for this. I wanted emotes. There we go. Just a few of my favorite ones. So that means the Crescent Lake Party Planners are moving on
No, it's best 2 out of 3.
to game 2.
Yeah, I know what you're about to say. I was like, oh.
So we'll see where the Progress finish this run and see what plans are for the next match, what they want to try and do different.
That's a good question. I think I know what Danny wants to do different.
Not do Topher 8 times, maybe.
Prepare more for Topher the first time.
Make sure that I have all my spells first. That's the worst part about doing these deep shufflers. What do you uh-oh?
The win condition is down.
And no way to pick them up. In all honesty, I probably would have left my black belt up at the top. This is... No, that's no. That's... Well. Back again. Let's go. I think party placement on this is going to be key. Putting my keeping my white mage as safe as possible is the goal, and as long as I have life or life 2, which we should have, I don't care if everyone else dies as long as I can get through the fight and pick everyone up. That said, the chances of my white mage getting back road constantly is huge.
Yeah. So Yeah, it's still trying to see if we can get an interview going.
Well, I have about 18 minutes before I have to go and do other things.
All right, we are going to have some interviews, and with that, I can reveal the information. Welcome, Danny.
GG, Danny.
GG. You make me stressed in the booth.
I need to eat food now.
I have words for that Kraken 2. I have a lot of words for that Kraken 2, none of which can be said on this channel, but I have them. I have a whole big bunch of them.
You can let us know after we go off air. But how about Carrie too?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of hers either, but I was at least getting through her eventually, occasionally without a party member or two, but I was getting through.
Other than that, though, you were doing great this race. You know, everything leading up to Topher. If we had a seed like this, this is exactly the kind of seed I practice on for this tournament. With Tia 2 having, you know, nuclear nuke in a row. So I feel the pain.
Like, everything leading up to that felt pretty okay. Oh, I see they found the tail. Quick question, where was that? Because we never found.
Let me look at the notes. The tail was
they?
Astos from the crown.
Oh, where was that?
Astos was double Cardia bottom. Astos was where Bahamut should be.
Well, maybe we did find. I don't know. The lesson does take good notes next time.
All right, we are also joined in chat by Team Pr.Ogres. Is it Pr.Ogres, or have we been saying it wrong this whole time?
Pr.Ogres, we're pro.
Dang it.
I had it right. It's Pr.Ogres. Yeah.
Dang. Well, sorry, Twitch chat. It's not
Anyway.
Pr.Ogres.
GG.
That would have been pretty funny if it was Progress. But GG.
I thought that was the
Pr.Ogres.
joke.
Well, we're still watching Professor Renderer get through. I don't know, a bunch of healing.
Yeah,
but
even a 42 black belt wasn't enough.
That seed, the Topher was really the game changer. It could have gone either way so many times once you both reached Topher. What were your thoughts going into it with the party comps you ended up taking? Let's start with let's start with Professor Renderer and Zenobian.
I'll let Zenobian lead the way first, and I'll jump in whenever.
Okay. My approach in these flags is to try and get like a win condition, and usually that's either a couple of high-level melee with good buffs behind them. So you saw I went in early with that when my party was 32. I had a couple of melee, thought maybe I could get through with fast and tempers, didn't work out. So I went back and decided, all right, 42 black belt time, and with sufficient buffs behind that, that should easily get through. It didn't easily get through, but it did get through. I think having enough fast and tempers, having 2 temper casters to get through Topher makes it a lot more doable. That's one part of the win condition that's kind of hard to guarantee, because you might take a white mage for safety, and then you only have 1 fast and temper caster, so it's a lot slower to ramp up that damage.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Go ahead.
Yeah, so when we made the call for the 42 black belts, I was still grinding the Cerberus tile that was back down in the Marsh incentive, that was back in Mirage, or not Mirage. It was Guardian's adult top. I was just right there. I was still grinding it. It wasn't really that big of a deal to. Once I felt I was in a good spot to get ready to fight Bahamut, which was around level 30 or so, level 31, which was that by that point it was a cakewalk, so it didn't really matter for me. So after doing that, there's like, okay, I need to get like some more stuff. So back over to, I guess, to Elfland. And then afterwards, it was for that 42 grind. That was when it was just like, okay, we have to grind this R-Hydras no matter what, because that's our only good tile that we know of that was in Earth 3 on the jump chest, the jump test before the vampire.
Well, there was a couple other interesting tiles. The rock golems and ordeals would have been okay, and then there was also
Agama tiles.
Agama tile on the Sharknado floor.
Sharknado floor.
Sharknado bottom.
Yeah, Sharknado bottom in that little 2 chest area.
I saw that, but I deemed it too deep in a dungeon to be a safe grind at that point. I just never went back.
That was actually going to be one of my questions. Is Render, we saw you going way deep, like many times, to that Cerberus tile, thinking, man, there's other tiles out there that are closer, that are a little bit better. I mean, where Zenobian's at, that's great. But now you mentioning that you were trying to, you were doing a proximity grind for Bahamut makes a little bit more sense. It was really slow going, in the fact that it was almost seeing you wipe doing that grind definitely, dropped a pit into my stomach, and I felt horrible because I'm seeing this like, man, they lost like 10 levels. Now they gotta go again, and they gotta go all the way back. No, please don't. And then I saw you kept doing it, and I wanted to cry. I was crying for you.
Honestly, it was probably like that, or it was either the Cerberus tiles or the R-Hydra tank tiles. I didn't go too deep into Earth 3 because I wiped up, I think, after the second or third chest. I don't remember which. I think it was no, it had to be after the second chest. And I never saw the R-Hydras to begin with until Zenobian tipped me off about it. So that, I mean, yeah, it sucked to lose a lot of levels from that Cerberus tile. But once we got going, it was a matter of hoping to find 4 Cerberuses as opposed to 3 Cerberuses for the Bahamut dive. Yeah, I mean, I don't feel too upset about it, honestly. Like, stuff happens, stuff happens.
Yeah, one of my first questions when I came in was, where was the tail? Because I saw you guys had it, because we never got it. We never found it, so class change wasn't a thing, so it became...
It was the crown in.
Yeah, and because Spells Up went in before I did, and then very patiently sat what felt like 17,000 years in voice chat while I kept dying to Kraken 2. But
what was Spells Up saying, since we don't have him around here?
Yeah, the seed took a while. He had to head out. He's got work early. But it was, the first night was just kind of the same, I'm sure with a lot of partners it's just letting the person who's coming in, like, after you, hey, these are the things that the fiends in front of you have. And it was like, it didn't seem like too bad, and then it was kind of real bad. And then after wiping with the thief that I had from the beginning, which was kind of funny because after Saturday, I had to go swap to Ninja after one of the things because I couldn't find the key. And so I had one this time, and then had to go, I went and swapped it out for the Red Mage. It was behind, I think, Lich, or the Red Wizard, so I could get life, thinking that would help, but that didn't help. Bounced out a couple more times. And then it was get levels, maybe that would help, and then that didn't help, and then just kept dying to Bane, or whatever. Just he's a very, very, very patient person, and I am very lucky that I have a very patient partner.
Too.
Yeah.
He was nice and chill, and I was losing my mind.
Yeah. Yeah, Lich had Red Wizard, so that I took that because it was just a fourth slot. It was eventually going to be a point where it's like it eventually came to a point after one. It was going to be like my grinds up until the point where I get the master from Tia, because that was basically our goal. Is one of our goals is to either get 42 BB or get that triple melee, like Zenobia was saying.
Yeah, I initially took because the thief was forced, just took a red mage, black mage, because that's what I like taking. And honestly, up until Topher, it was fine. Like, everything seemed to go really well. I got my knight. I felt good about things. Like, I found a sword. I figured it would work. Got enough fast and timbers to make the Vorpal swing real good most of the time, except for when it does Vorpal things, but it's fine. Anyway, so, and I had ruse staffs and Invis 2 swords and saber gauntlets galore. And it's like, this is probably fun, so we're good. It wasn't at all.
Kraken too.
Yeah, item magic was amazing. All we needed was like a wall stick, and then the Bane wouldn't have killed people every single time.
Or an Aegis shield would have been cool.
Yeah, and I had the one ribbon, so I put it on the red mage or the red wizard that had life, and then I just needed one time on Kraken 2 that didn't bane my knight. That would have been fine, but no, never worked out until the last time, and I was like, no, this last time I'm putting the ribbon on him, and if he's the only one who gets through, that is fine. We will make this work. I've got a ruse staff. I've got a saber gauntlet. We will solo the rest of this. I've got a lit 3 something or other for garlands. It's fine. And then I forgot to move it as I walked on the Kraken, and the 78th time that I did Kraken 2, like, the Bane didn't land on my fighter, and then it was pretty alright after that, but oh my god.
It was absolutely insane watching you constantly go back into down into Topher, to the point where we saw you taking some Topher grinds, which was something I was mentioning earlier about for Renderer to because now that they had all 4 orbs and fairly decent level, I probably would just go do a couple Toph runs real fast just to grab some levels. But I mean, it was a great showing no matter what anyone says. It was a lot closer than I ever thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Seeing Spellzap finish.
I'd like to add to that, like you entering Topher at just past the 1 hour, just past the 1 hour, around the 1 hour 15-minute mark. I just thought, oh, Crescent Lake Party Planners got this in the bag, and then Danny died a few times.
And that became the mantra for the
to
evening.
the point where Danny lost the lead a few times, and if Professor Render just got a little bit luckier, they would have won this race.
Yeah,
and
I feel like if I had a nickel for every time I wiped in Topher today, I'd be going on vacation tomorrow. A very elaborate tropical vacation tomorrow.
and I don't feel bad about losing to a bad dice roll. I don't. I generally don't.
That's what the best 2 out of 3 is for, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
Oh god.
let's go into
Saturday.
final thoughts here, and we'll start with Danny as the only member of the CLPP that we got. What's your final thoughts?
He's not here, but big shout outs to my partner Spellzap doing the 2 things that he's real good at. FFR and calming my crazy. GG to the other team. Sucks that we all suffered through this, but at least it wasn't alone. And thanks to everybody who helped on crew tonight. Dark Moon, Admiral, Nightmare, and Shadow. I know he already bounced, but I appreciate you guys hopping in to restream this monstrosity. And game 2 on Saturday. Here's hoping we get a kinder Kraken 2.
For sure.
TO2 will make up for it.
Oh, please don't say that.
Don't put that evil on me.
All right, and for the Pr.Ogres, let's hear y'all's final thoughts.
You first, Zenobia.
I just had a grand old time the entire race. We were like finding the floater about 30 seconds in was hilarious. Not getting into the air for about 45 minutes after that, also hilarious. Everything was just great, like all around. We started off with like a neat lit 3 stick at lit 3 at level 1. We didn't find a good grind tile the entire time, but that's okay because we sat there with our item magic and our bad magic at level 1, and we killed those hydras for 30 minutes until we were level 42. Yeah. It was good. It was fun. The flags for this tournament are a bit harder than average, but that's good because it's co-op. So yeah, this is exactly what I was, expecting coming into the tournament. Like, we did a couple of practice seeds. They were about this hard, and this is really fun. I'm glad that they put this together. And I don't care if we lose in round 1. I'll go yell at Spellzap and challenge him to some stupid Iron Gall thing and make it up there.
Yeah. And for me, it's just like, I mean, again, I don't feel too bad to losing because of bad RNG patterns, of just having a bad RNG cycle or anything like that, or just having bad luck in general. I generally think these flags are, I mean, credit to Zenobian for actually for sticking it with me, just putting up of how, I mean, Amosel, Duckling, and all that, or just maybe Platypus, I don't know, I haven't decided whether I want to promote or not. And I mean, I want to echo what Zenobian said. I don't really care if I get knocked out in the first round. I want to play some FF1 Rando. I mean, I've been a Zelda 3 Rando player for a good while now. I want to at least try something new, and this is, I think, the best way to get started. Just play co-op in a new tournament setting and all that.
Absolutely.
Maybe do some Iron Girl stuff in the future. I haven't decided yet.
Yeah, we having fun.
Yeah. Well, I'll go ahead and give my It's been a long night. So I'll give my final thoughts, and then I'll pass it off to Admiral Tryhard to finish it off for us. We just opened up the Fall League signups, so check that out. Teams of 4. Very interesting stuff. If this looks like fun, that's going to be a blast. So go check that out. Don't forget to check out the Randomizer and our Discord. Lots of friendly people here. We just finished the Duckling Derby, and that there will be a new Duckling boot camp starting probably after the Fall League. So if you want to get in early and kind of get your feet wet before all that happens, now's a great time. Otherwise, thanks to both teams, you all put on a great race, and I had a lot of fun being here commentating it, and I can't wait to see what round 2 holds for y'all.
All right, I'll have my final thoughts here. Had a bunch of pleasure watching this race. Totally had no ulterior motives watching the one team that beat me. It is really a fun time, and as a competitor in this, I get to learn a lot. I get to treat this as like practice, where I almost like took mental notes while commentating. It's such a great race, and I'm just enjoying the bunch of different ways, different strategies everyone plays the randomizer, especially in co-op. Now, I think that's all I've got for final thoughts. I think that'll wrap it up entirely. So thank you everyone for tuning into this great race with not so great Topher, and we'll see you in the near future for more co-op.